question for Florida people. Why do all y'all got this weird fence around your backyard?
What's happening? It's your, fellow Floridian omgitswicks, and I would just like to show you some of the... And that's on Florida.
This Karen might be the stupidest one I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, this story takes place at a gas station where Karen went to fill up her gas. Apparently, she always bought the cheapest gas available, and on this particular day, that was diesel. But her car didn't take diesel gas. So within 2 minutes of leaving the gas station, her car stalled and got out of her control, and she sideswiped the car. When the police arrived, they gave her a ticket because obviously she was the one that was in the wrong. Well, Karen ran back to the gas station and then demanded that they pay for the ticket and damage to the car as it was their fault. Because, in a Karen's mind, they're never the ones responsible for any of the problems they cause. When the gas station refused to pay her, she said she was going to get an attorney and sue them for the money and for causing her emotional stress. Well, she's probably going to have emotional damage after she loses that court case.
So here's the crazy Karen story. I was not expecting it to blow up. He was swearing at me out the window because my horn on my truck was going off, the alarm. I asked him what he was going to do about it, and I was going to fix it. I turned off the alarm. He said he's going to go inside and go get something and to give him 2 minutes. So I took that as a threat. I grabbed my dog. You see me pointing at the cameras. You see him flick them off and say, I don't give an F about the cameras. He started making advancements saying he's going to hurt me and threaten me in different ways. So I said, okay, you know what? This is getting out of hand. And I myself had something in my pocket to help me in a situation if this were to get any farther. And in a minute here, you'll see his son actually come out of the house, and there he is there. And then you will also see his wife come out and say, if your dog bites my husband, I'm going to sue you and blah, blah, blah. But in Ohio, where I live, there's a thing called castle doctrine, to where if you come and make advancements and threaten me or my property in any type of way, I can put a level of force out there that is not deadly force, because in Ohio, dog bites are not deadly force. And there's his wife. You can see her yelling at me as well. I'm saying, hey, step off my property. And they're saying, I'm not on your property. But as you can clearly see, he is on the driveway. He made one more advancement. He's kind of staying on his side of the property except for 1 foot, which is the reason I didn't let the dog go, because that's kind of an iffy situation to where he's half on his property, half on mine. But the dog was doing what he was supposed to do. It's called a hold and bark. He was trained by a company called Alpha Pet Canine Training. The dog did exactly what he was supposed to do. Super proud of the dog. We'll see if Crazy Karen does anything else next.
تبرج روحي وعلى تحيي شعور الغفاء أحتريه ما صحى طالبك يا شعورك إلا والله إني أحتري.
For everyone expecting a Karen. Karen, how can I order a cake, please? Me, no problem. Here's my menu for sizes and flavors. Karen, can I get a 6-inch red velvet cake? Me, of course. Red velvet traditionally has cream cheese icing. Would you like that or just plain buttercream? Karen, that's disgusting. Cream cheese with a cake? No, I'll go with buttercream. Me, okay, no probs. That will be 45 pounds, please, and I require a 10 pounds deposit, please. Karen, I will show up for the cake, but I'll send the deposit if I have to. Me, I trust you will, but I take deposits from all new customers, thanks. Karen, fine, whatever. I send my bank details, and she pays the deposit. Me, thank you. I'll order your topper, and I'll have the cake ready for date. Here's my address. The day of collection. Karen, I'm running 1 hour late. I'll be with you then. After waiting an hour, she arrives and collects the cake. 3 hours later. Karen, we've cut into the cake and the sponge is bright red and my friends were expecting traditional icing. Me, red velvet cake is vanilla and chocolate cake with red coloring, and you asked for buttercream. Karen, I'm leaving a bad review.
This is what happens when Karen goes to an airport. On this particular day, Karen went to the airport expecting to get on her flight very quick, and she got in the first line that she saw to check her bags in, but it was moving kind of slowly. Then she noticed another line about 20 feet away was moving a lot faster. And instead of going and waiting in that line, she did what Karen does, which is she caused a scene. And if you know anything about airports, causing a scene in front of the TSA is a big no-no. She starts freaking out and yelling, and she literally asks for the airport manager. That's what Karen does when she's cornered. She always asks for a manager. And when her request was denied, she started to yell and scream even more, which got her arrested. And she walked out of there in handcuffs and not on her flight, which she paid a lot of money for, just because she wanted to cause a scene.